on the Gulf Coast of Florida at Raymond James Stadium, just north of downtown Tampa. Tonight, we culminate pivotal Week 14 with a great Monday night matchup, as it'll be the Houston Texans taking on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows.
Sorry, restaurant break.
Special teams did their job, putting this offense back inside the 10. Now, how can the defense respond? Off of play action, Tagovailoa. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards.
We talked about prior to the game, and it played out right there on the first play, didn't it? This offensive line is going to have its hands full all night long.
Now, you often speak of scripts to start a game. Does this mean that play number 2, they're going to go off the script a little bit?
Yeah, what's interesting is that most people, when they script now, they actually script those contingencies in, okay, in case they can't run the play they want to. It's long distance now. Let's go to that play. And I think that's going to go down as no gain, but that doesn't seem fair for the effort that was presented on that play. That should go down as a loss. I know, I'm a defensive guy, but you got to like the play that was made.
He made a lot of those plays last week. He was AFC Defensive Player of the Week, picking up where he left off. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
I'm not sure how much I really love that call. It almost seems like a little bit of a give up there. But maybe what they were thinking is, we got a chance to pop one. They think we're just going to give up here, hand it to the big man, and maybe he can get through. Sometimes there's a little bit of courage in play calling that maybe we don't give enough credit.
A good kick that time, but also a pretty good 15-yard return. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically, what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now a throw here, hauled in. Will go down as a gain of 6, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. Well, this defense for the Texans, they were very good last week in the win over New Orleans.
And the way they did it was by getting after the quarterback. Sacked him 7 times in that game. Came from all angles, created a lot of illusions, and especially just beat them man for man. That's the kind of defense that really frustrates an opponent.
To a hit, and the ball is out. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And he'll be stopped here well short of the first down at the 24-yard line. Second quarter now in Tampa Bay. It's the Buccaneers in control of the football, as they've got it with a 4th down coming up. Here's Ryan Stonehouse now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. And taken right on the 30. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And well, thanks to their punter, this defense has been set up in a really nice spot with the offense pinned back against their own end zone. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
And that's frustrating for a defense because they've got them pinned down deep. And on the first play, they gave up a run that keeps an offense on schedule.
Yeah, because 3 to 4 yards, that's all you're looking for right there, right?
That's absolutely perfect, really, as a play call. You get 3 to 4 yards on first down. That's what they talk about us all the time, about being ahead of the chains or on target, ahead of schedule. They were after that run.
On third down, it's Webster. And they're going to get the first down here across the 15-yard line. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
Now they'll throw with Tagovailoa. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Second and 10. Now Tua. And this incomplete. He tried to check it down to his running back and nearly had the ball picked.
I tell you, Brandon, this some confidence, haven't allowed a point yet, flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Bucs first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that third down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field. Defensively, make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it's second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he get him.
To a hit, and the ball is out.
Go ahead.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. The good news, they kept the ball. Bad news, it's 3rd and long. They'll go up the middle with White. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the first. He did well to get him 8 yards, but it's still going to mean a call to the punt team on 4th down. Here's Ryan Stonehouse now as he's on to punt for Tampa Bay. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end. Time now to see what this defense can do. Second quarter as the offense starts out 1st and 10. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. To the sideline and incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why they look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. He's got his target. That's complete. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Tua, a final shot before half. Now throw out wide, going to be incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. They'll throw now on the final play. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down.
All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early. A two-touchdown game, 14-0 the score as we get rolling again here in this second half. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
Ready.
Setting to throw on first down is Tua. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Jonathan Grenard in there to get him. That is the 6th time that they have sacked him tonight.
I'd say it's not panic time yet, but let's be honest about it. Empty possession here, not what you're looking for when you're down a couple of scores.
Absolutely not. Trying to start the second half off on the right foot. Unfortunately, going to give the ball up. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And the pressure gets to him again. Multiple rushers break through to drop him for the 7th time this game.
Now that's the way to start the second half. Back-to-back sacks. Whatever the halftime speech was, I hope they recorded it.
On the give, this is their fullback. And he'll take this one up to about the 6-yard line. Call it a gain of 4, but not enough. The punt team going to need to be summoned here on 4th down. Here's Ryan Stonehouse now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Taking a couple yards shy of midfield. They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return. And the Texans with great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with a give to White. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Opting to run again here with White. And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on 1st down quickly negated. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Looking to pass. Tua. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have the Buccaneers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Tua. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The passing windows are just not there, and that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Tua to try again on 2nd down. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been any. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on third down here. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. Offensively lucky they're able to keep the football, but now fourth down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. One, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But two, being able to punt it changes field position.
Second half action, and this defense still pitching a shutout as we drop you back into the action. On first down, Tagovailoa. And that's complete. It's Chris Godwin. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. This drive starting off on the right foot. 18 yards. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Tua going to throw. Here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has now received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week. Back now in Tampa. It's Buccaneer football, but they've got work to do. They find themselves behind here to start the fourth quarter. Throwing on second and long. Tua. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Will Anderson, it's his 20th sack of the season as he continues what could be a record-setting campaign. The offense on third down tonight, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This will be third and a mile. Here's White. They set up the screen. Good contain, no gain on the screen, and it'll bring up fourth down.
You know, in boxing, they throw in the towel. In this case, you just kind of wave the white flag, and you think to yourself, if he could just get past that initial wave, he's got a chance to get free. But that screen, it was going nowhere from the start. It forces a fourth down.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. Well, I guess an interception. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He'll get that out to the flat to White. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 28-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Tua sets up to pass it. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down. A tough spot here. 3rd and 15. He'll drop to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up in. All right, this defense back out there with the lead and also with a shutout intact as they look to finish this off in the 4th quarter. Being chased out left, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. And hang on here, we got an injured player, and that is QB Tua Tagovailoa, who's in need of some assistance. Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Will Anderson make that now 4 sacks for him in tonight's ball game.
Pardon my vocabulary isn't that great, but to me, there's only one word that fits this front 7 today, and that's dominant. 4 and 5 sacks is already rare in one game. getting to more than 6 in one contest while winning by this many points. An absolutely astounding effort by every player involved.
And he gets it up to the 10-yard line here. 7 yards on the carry there, but now they're staring at 4th down. Here's Ryan Stonehouse now, as he'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight. Taken right around the 44. So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And this